So we are going to start out, like I said, in a comfortable seat, whether it's sitting on the mat, maybe sitting on a block if your hips are tight. And just taking a few moments to move around a little bit, shifting so you feel comfortable. And just letting your eyes fall shut. Just finding that spot where it feels like your shoulders are floating above your hips. Feeling your spine straight. Noticing a spot where your sit bones are rooted to the mat. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing how the air is cool on the inhale as it enters the nostrils. Drawing it down into your belly, letting your belly fill. Exhale, drawing the air out, up and out through the nose. Noticing how it's warmer on the exhale. Knowing no matter what happens during practice, this breath is the most important thing. It gives you the opportunity to clear away anything that's been happening. Just really focusing on yourself for an hour. I'm going to do a few rounds of alternate nostril breath, Nadi, shodhana. Typically we do this with our hands, but given what's going on now, I'm just going to ask you to do it virtually. You inhale, feeling that breath come in through your right nostril. Imagine it drawing to the top of your head. And exhale, letting it exhale, leaving the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, drawing the breath up. And exhaling through the right nostril. We'll take 5 more rounds of this breath. Blinking your eyes open. We'll set up for a twist, taking that right hand behind. Left hand reaches up. As you exhale, twisting to the right, letting that left hand reach for the right knee. And feeling the length on the inhale. And if there's space, maybe just a little bit more twist on the exhale. You start to come back to center, taking that right hand toward the left knee. We're going to cross, taking a forward fold. And letting this be gentle. We're just starting to warm up, so putting no extra pressure on your spine. Rising back up on the inhale, keeping that right hand on the left knee. Left hand comes behind as we twist the opposite direction. Each inhale, feeling the head spiraling toward the ceiling. Back to center, left hand reaches right knee. I'll take one more fold over. Inhale, rising up. We're going to make our way to a tabletop. Coming onto your knees, coming onto your hands. Stacking knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. Always keeping those nice wide spread hands, fingers far apart to protect your wrists, protect your elbows. We'll inhale to cow, belly drops, head and hips rise. Exhale to cat, drawing that navel towards your spine, letting the head gently lower. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale to cat. We'll take one more. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Coming back to the nice neutral tabletop. And then take the right hand in front, palm in about shoulder height. Extending the left leg behind. Setting that gaze on the mat or the floor to protect your neck. As we exhale, we'll hug elbow toward knee, starting to warm the core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Planting the right hand, taking the left toes, tapping them over to the right. Finding a little side body stretch. You may want to lay your gaze to your foot or to your ankle. Inhale, knee draws up and over, setting the left knee down. And extending left hand and right leg. On the exhale, we hug elbow toward knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Planting the left hand, tapping that right foot over to the left. Finding a nice gaze. Just releasing some tension, some tightness in the right side body. Inhale, knee draws up and over. We'll take one more. Cow on the inhale. Cat on the exhale. Leaning back in tabletop. Walking the hands about a handprint in front. Tucking toes, and as you exhale, pressing back to down dog. As we set up in this first down dog, taking time to adjust yourself. You want your feet about hip width apart. Hips drawing up and back. Maybe bending one knee at a time, maybe rocking hips. Knowing this is the first down dog of practice, so being patient with yourself, being kind with yourself. And the next exhale, we'll start to walk the feet up toward the hands, coming into ragdoll. Ragdoll, feet hip width apart. As you hinge at the hips, and hold on to elbows. Maybe letting the arms sway freely. Another option, clasping hands behind your back. Let the knees bent as deeply as you'd like. Just feeling some release in the lower back and the hamstrings. Maybe swaying side to side. Releasing the hands to the mat. We'll toe heel the feet together. Bringing big toes to touch. Rooting into the feet. Inhale, rising to mountain pose. Maybe finding a slight back bend. Exhale, drawing hands to heart center. As we take a moment to set our intention for our practice, you may want your eyes closed or your gaze soft. As you blink, your eyes open. Inhale, hands rise up to mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crown of the head reaches forward, thinking swimmer at a starting block. Exhale, plant hands. Stepping back, high plank. Lowering down, low plank, chaturanga, or coming down, knees, chest, chin. With the tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Inhale, rising cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is our sun salutation A series, and we'll be moving through this one breath per movement, knowing that your breath is the most important thing, making sure you follow that above anything else. Always skipping the chaturanga or up dog is a great option. So inhale, rising up on your toes, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Facing forward on the inhale, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take this one more time through, gazing forward. Inhale. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take just a couple breaths in this down dog. Know that down dog is a great resting position. It's going to keep your heart rate a little bit higher than in a child's pose, but they're both great places to go if you need to take a little break or a little reset. Gazing forward on the inhale, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the hips down, inhale, we'll rise to chair pose. Feet can be together. Feet and knees can be about hip-width apart. Finding what speaks to your back, to your knees. Arms can reach forward. Hands can come to your heart. Taking a moment, listening to the body, making any changes you may need. And on the exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we'll lift the right leg behind, foot flexed, toes pointed down. Exhale, stepping forward, warrior one. Left foot plants at a 45-degree angle. Hips will be angled, but your chest, trying to bring it forward. Fingers reaching toward the sky, shoulders soft. Exhale, warrior two. Pivoting the back foot so it's now perpendicular to the front. Hands reaching forward and back. Taking a moment to set your shoulders above your hips. Flipping the palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. That left hand can rest on your thigh, your calf, and tuck behind your back. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Chaturanga, maybe floating that right leg. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg. Exhale, warrior one. Step the foot forward, keeping knee above ankle or behind ankle, squaring the chest, really anchoring the outer edge of that back foot, making sure you can feel the knife edge of the foot onto the mat. Exhale, warrior two. To pivot the foot, so the back foot is now perpendicular. Reaching the fingers to the front and the back. Flipping the palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is our Sun B series, and we'll be taking this one breath per movement. Again, knowing you can leave out the chaturanga and up dogs. You can add in a push-up. You can modify in any way that gives you the experience you need. Gaze forward on the inhale, exhale. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming to chair pose. Taking just 3 breaths in this chair. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, stepping back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, warrior one. Rising on the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, warrior one. Rising up on the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, warrior one. Rising up on the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking the last side on your own. Meeting back in a down dog. Always knowing you can take a break to take a drink of water, use your towel. Child's pose is a great place to go anytime you need a reboot. As we meet back in our down dog, taking time to readjust your dog, finding your placement of your hands, your feet. So inhale the right leg behind, and bend the knees, stacking the hips. If you're rolling the ankle, the knee, the foot. Just taking a nice opportunity to release the front of the body, which tends to get pretty tight from sitting. Inhale, straightening the leg. We're going to warm up the core with some rectangles. So the exhale, drawing right knee, right elbow, right wrist, left elbow, right elbow, extend. We'll take that again. Exhale into elbow, right wrist, left elbow, right elbow, extend. One more time. Exhale into elbow, down to wrist, left elbow, right elbow, extend. Exhale, low lunge, right foot steps forward. That left knee can be up, you can plant it on the mat. We're gonna root into that left hand, extending the right hand. Searching for length, feeling that line from your tailbone to your top of your head. And the exhale, closing the right hand down, setting the left knee down if it's not down, untucking the toe. We'll rise up, Anjaneyasana. Sending the hips forward as the arms reach up. Just letting the body, the weight of the body, help to release more in the front of that left hip. Hands plant. Tucking the left toe, lifting the knee up. Rise up, crescent lunge. Feet about hip width apart, parallel feet. Cactus the arms, nice wide fingers. Drawing the left knee down. Inhale, rising up, straightening the arms. Exhale, dipping down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we'll open warrior two. So you should pivot that back foot, taking time to find the right placement. Maybe taking the feet narrower, maybe wider. We're going to work our way in a little bit deeper into this warrior two. We're taking flying warriors. Inhale, straightening the right leg, arms coming up. Exhale, warrior two, coming just a little deeper. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two, maybe a little bit deeper. One more time, inhale. Exhale, your biggest, strongest warrior two. Really feeling that space between your shoulder blades activated. Really helps to arms to float. And release to our extended side angle. Right forearm on right thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. Maybe that bottom arm floats. Maybe it reaches to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keeping that right knee bent deeply. Exhale, cartwheel hands. Flow your vinyasa or step back to down dog. Inhaling the left leg, bending the knee, stacking the hips. Maybe finding that movement if you liked it in the first side, rolling the knee, the hip, the ankle. Inhale, straighten the leg. We'll take those rectangles again. Exhale, knee to elbow, left wrist, right elbow, left elbow. Extend. Again, exhale, knee to elbow, down to wrist, right elbow, left elbow. Extend. Last one. Exhale, knee to elbow, left wrist, right elbow, left elbow. Extend. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps forward. Taking a moment, deciding if you want that right knee up or you want it on the mat. As we press into the right hand, that left hand will reach up. Feeling as if you're pulling out of that bottom arm, not sinking into it. It's protecting the shoulder. Exhale, lowering the hand, bringing the right knee down. As we rise up, Anjaneyasana, and drawing the hips forward as the arms come up. You may want to gaze a little bit up. Maybe the hands reach slightly back. Exhale, plant hands, tucking that back toe, lifting the knee. We'll rise up to crescent lunge. And the arms reach up. So you cactus the arms. We'll take those dips. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dipping down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dip down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to take that flying warrior sequence again. Inhale, straightening the leg, arms coming up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Arms come up, legs straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Maybe a little bit deeper. One more inhale, coming up. Exhale, your strongest warrior two. And feeling that knee tracking toward the pinky toe edge of the foot. Flipping the palm up, exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel hands, step back to down dog, or take a vinyasa. Rising on your toes, bending your knees as you gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming to chair pose. Finding a chair that's comfortable. And tilting the torso about 45 degrees. As we exhale, we'll twist to the right. Hooking left elbow over right knee. Be here for about 5 breaths. You have options. You keep hands at your heart. You can open floor to ceiling. If you have a side core you'd like to take for several breaths, feeling free to go there. Coming back to center. As we rise up, bringing that left knee along with you. One-legged mountain. Exhale, airplane pose for just a few breaths. Extending the left leg back. Hands can rest at your heart. They can reach toward the back. And stepping back, crescent lunge. And opening to warrior two. As we prepare for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Straightening the right leg. I'm going to reach forward as far as you can. And lowering the right hand. It can come to your shin, your ankle, a block. Wherever you are in this triangle, you want to make sure your shoulders are stacked. You want to make sure both feet are firmly rooted into the mat. Inhale, rising up, reversing your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel hands, stepping back to down dog. We're taking a vinyasa. Gazing forward on the inhale, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming to chair pose as we do the sequence on the second side. Exhale, twisting left. That right elbow can come to the outside of the right knee. It can actually come between the knees. Finding a spot that's comfortable. Knowing, again, those hands can rest at your heart. They can open floor to ceiling. Two more breaths. Coming back to the center. As you rise up, carrying that right knee along with you. One-legged mountain. And coming into airplane. Extending the right leg back. Hips parallel to the mat. Stepping back, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. We come into that Trikonasana triangle pose again. And just straighten the left leg. Rocking the hips back as you reach forward. Releasing the left hand down. Imagining there's a straight line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Keeping everything open in your chest. This makes it easier to breathe. Inhale, reversing your triangle. Without cartwheel hands, take a vinyasa or step back to down dog. So the next inhale, we're going to elevate the right leg. Exhale, stepping forward. Coming into that low lunge twist again, with the left hand planted, the right hand reaching up. Taking just a couple breaths here. We're going to work our way into a half moon series. So you're going to take the left hand about 6-8 inches in front of you, on the mat or on a block. As you rise up, your hips are parallel to the mat. That left leg is floating, right arm is up. Just want to feel some flexion in that leg. It can help it to float and feel just a little bit lighter. From here, we're going to come into half moon. Again, you may want to block. Right hand plants under your shoulder. So the left hand reaches up. You want to feel this time the hips are stacking. And what you do here is really an option to stay here. You can place that left hand on your hip for more balance. You can lift the bottom hand. Taking 3 more breaths here. And inhale, stepping back, reversing your warrior. Nice big sweep. Nice bend in the right knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Going to pivot feet so that they're parallel, preparing for prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Starting with hands on your hips. As you exhale, hinging, lowering yourself down. Knowing those hands can come to the mat, they can to a block. You may want to place them through your legs to the outside of your feet. Just enjoying the sensation, your head below your heart, letting gravity really draw you down to open the hips. These forward folds are great poses to help cool the mind and cool the body. Bring hands under shoulders, flat back. We're going to walk hands to the top of the mat as we pivot feet coming into pyramid pose. I'm going to slip that left foot forward a bit. It could be a foot or 2. And with the hips square to the top of the mat, you can keep your hands on blocks on the mat. You can bring them to your hips. Whatever gives you the ability to really work into the hamstrings. Breathe into the back of both legs. Imagine you're drawing your nose towards your knee. Bending into the right knee, stepping the left foot forward. Rooting into the feet. Inhale, rising to mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. We're going to come into a dancer or dancer prep. So at the top of your mat, we're going to rock weight onto the left foot, just giving that right leg a little bit of a break. Bending the right leg. You can capture the foot to the ankle with your right hand. And stay here, taking a nice ham or quadricep stretch. You can open up, extending that left arm forward, kicking foot into your hand to open up. Always keeping a bend in that left leg to protect your knee. Releasing the foot. Inhale, rising mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to down dog, or flow your vinyasa. Inhale, the left leg. Exhale, low lunge, stepping the left foot forward. Right hand plants, left arm reaches up. Feeling some nice opening across the chest. As we prepare to take that same half moon sequence, that right hand will come about 6 inches or so in front for a revolved half moon. Again, a block is a great option here. As you rise up on the left leg, right leg is straight, flex behind. Coming into half moon, left hand will plant under the left shoulder, about a foot in front of your left foot. Opening up, spiraling open the chest and the hips. Again, taking any variation you'd like here. And the next inhale, we'll step back, reversing our warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Preparing for prasarita. Feet parallel. This time the option to clasp hands behind your back. Maybe taking a towel or strap if you have tight shoulders. Gazing up on the inhale. As you exhale, hinging, folding. Letting the hands release. Feeling as if that stress is running off your shoulders like water down a mountain. If this ever causes any discomfort, knowing you can always release the hands, placing them under your shoulders. Let the hands go if you haven't already, planting them under your shoulders. I'm going to come into that pyramid pose again. Walking hands to the front, pivoting feet, slipping the right foot forward, folding over the left leg. Knowing the side will feel different. We always have one side that's more tight, one side that's less tight. Bending into the left knee, stepping the right foot forward. Inhale, rising to mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. To come into dancer prep or dancer on the side. This time rocking weight onto the right foot, left leg bends, left hand captures the foot or the ankle. Staying here, releasing your quadricep. Maybe starting to lean forward, kicking the foot into your hand. That hand reaches forward. Knowing a bend in that right knee is always a great way to protect the knee. Releasing the foot, inhale, rising to mountain pose. Exhale, folding forward. Spreading the feet, walking them so they're about hip-width apart. You can take a ragdoll like we did earlier. If you'd like to come into Padangusthasana, grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Maybe drawing yourself down. You can make this more active by bending your elbows and pulling yourself down. As you release the toes, walking the feet together. Inhale, rising to mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. I'm going to do another standing series. This time placing weight into the left foot. The right knee comes up. You can either grab the right knee or you can grab the right toes. Wherever you are, left hand may want to come out to the side or rest on your hip. And taking that right leg out to the side. Finding a focal point for balance. Coming back through to center. As we set up for standing pigeon. Right foot on left thigh. Hands at heart. And sinking down to what's maybe not comfortable, but it's not giving you any pain and giving you the opportunity to release a little bit more in your hips. You can stay here. You can place your triceps on your shin. Maybe hands reach to the mat. Wherever you are, you're getting that great benefit, the aid of gravity to really help open your hips. So we release, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. You may want to shake the legs out a little bit. And so we switch sides, rocking weight onto the right foot. The left knee comes up. You hold onto the knee or to the toes. Right hand can rest on your hip. It can open out to the side. And starting to draw that left leg out to the left side. Finding that focal point for balance, a non-moving object. Releasing, coming back to center. So we set up for standing pigeon on the second side. Left foot on right thigh. Hands at your heart. As you sink down on the side, notice how the side feels different. Noticing what it's saying to you, whether you need to go deeper, whether you need to back off a little bit. Inhale, releasing, coming up to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back to down dog, maybe slipping in a vinyasa. Next inhale, raising that right leg behind, bending the knees, stacking the hips. You may want to stay here. If you'd like to flip your dog, coming to wild thing. Step the foot out, drawing your heart up, head and hand reaching forward. Coming back. If you flipped your dog, coming back to three-legged dog. We're going to rock forward in a plank, keeping that right leg elevated. Just firing up the core a little bit more. You like to play with lifting that left hand, working on balance and core. Lowering the right foot down to the mat. Take a couple breaths in down dog. We'll inhale the left leg. So we bend the knees, stacking the hips. You can stay here. If you'd like to flip your dog on this side. But no, you don't have to do on one side what you did on the other. So return to three-legged dog. We're going to come into that one-legged plank again. We're rocking forward, hands under shoulders, left leg elevated. Maybe playing around with lifting that right hand. Noticing what happens. Pressing back to your three-legged dog and bringing the left foot to the mat. Rock forward to a plank. And to your count of 5, coming all the way down to the mat. And when you get there, laying your cheek upon the mat. Tops of the feet rest on the mat. Taking a moment to listen to your breath. As we prepare for locust pose, you bring your chin back to the center. Hands reaching back. Inhale, rising up, bringing chin and chest off the mat. Hovering the hands, lifting the legs. Trying to engage every muscle in the back of the body. Just creating some more strength. And releasing, placing opposite cheek on the mat. Maybe bending the knees, swaying the legs side to side. We'll take one more locust and take the same locust. If you'd like to take a different variation, bending knees, capturing feet or ankles, coming into bow pose is one option. Superhero with arms reaching forward is another. Letting yourself rise up. Making sure you're breathing. And releasing down. Your cheek rests on the mat. Maybe you want to take the swing of the knees again. And then move back and forth like windshield wipers. Pressing back into a child's pose. As you push yourself up, your knees can come to the edges of the mat, toes to touch. As you sink your hips back, always knowing you can adjust the width of your knees to what feels best for you. And starting to come out, walking the hands back towards your knees, bringing your knees about hip width apart. You're going to set up for camel pose. As you rise up to tall knees, you can have the feet flat on the mat or the toes can tuck under, starting with the hands on the small of your back. This is a great place to be. If you'd like to reach for your heels one at a time, hands can reach back. And here your head can either drop back or can stay in line with your spine. It depends on what feels best in your body. Knowing if any of this causes any discomfort to come out and on your way back to a child's pose. Starting to come up. Sitting onto your heels. We're going to make our way onto our sits bones. Knees coming to the front. We come into boat pose. Here, your shins are parallel to the mat. You can hold behind your thighs so you can reach your hands to the front of the room. We're going to take a series of twisting boats. So we'll inhale to half boat. As we exhale, knees come right, arms come left. Inhale, half boat. Exhale, twist, knees left, arms right. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees left. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees left. One more round. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees right. Inhale, half. Exhale, knees left. And bringing knees to center, hugging the knees. And rolling onto your back. And from here, letting the legs extend toward the ceiling, finding an inversion. You may want to stay here in candlestick. And sometimes it feels nice to place a block under your hips in candlestick. If you're looking for something else, maybe creating a shoulder stand, or a headstand or handstand if that's in your practice and you have space. Enjoying the sensation of the feet in the air, helping to aid in the draining of the lymphatic system. If you found yourself in a shoulder stand, making your way to plow as you exit the pose. Carefully touching toes overhead. It's something you can also take if you came to candlestick as well. With your hands planted on the mat like brakes, slowly drawing the spine back onto the mat. When your spine reaches the mat, hugging your knees, maybe rocking in little circles, one direction and then the next. Grabbing onto the feet or the ankles or the knees for happy baby. Really finding what movement feels good. If you're looking to work deeper into your hamstrings, you can aid that by straightening one leg at a time or straightening both legs. If you're trying to work deeper into your hips, drawing those knees closer to your armpits. You may like motion here, rocking side to side. Maybe you prefer stillness. Releasing the feet, hugging the knees into the chest. And plant the feet onto the mat. As we set up for our supine pigeon, right foot comes onto left thigh. You can stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, you can draw that left leg in. Maybe holding behind the left thigh, maybe the left shin. You can really adjust the depth of this pose, where this knee is. You can draw it further away from your torso to go deeper. Draw it closer to your head to back off. As you release the leg, we're going to take our supine twist. You can either take twisted root, crossing right leg over left, both knees reaching toward the left, or alternatively, you can stack the knees if that feels better. Arms coming into a capital T. Gaze can be to the ceiling or to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Your legs are crossed, uncrossing them. Keeping that right foot planted. Left foot comes on right thigh. And again, taking what you need on this side, knowing it may be different. Maybe lifting that leg up, drawing the right thigh toward the body. Holding behind the thigh or the calf or the shin, maybe straightening the leg. Release the leg, setting up for our supine twist. And cross the left leg over the right for twisted roots, or you can stack the knees. Both knees coming to the right, shoulders releasing toward the mat. And they don't both have to touch, just reaching toward that direction. Inhale, knees coming to center, giving them a nice big hug. Squeezing into a tiny ball, discharging any energy you didn't discharge during practice. And setting up for our final resting pose, Savasana. Legs can be straight, toes splayed out. If you have sore back, sometimes bent knees is a great option. Taking up as much space, maybe tucking the shoulder blades under a little bit. Letting your eyes close. feeling the effects of all the effort you've put in. Starting to bring awareness to your body. Moving fingers and toes. Rolling out wrists and ankles. Inhale. Letting your arms reach overhead, finding a full body stretch. Drawing fresh breath and air into your body. Draw the knees in on the exhale, rolling over to one side. Resting your head on your bicep. And slowly finding your way to a comfortable seat. I'd like to share this quote with you. Words have the power to both destroy and to heal. When words are true and kind, they can change our world. Bringing hands together in prayer position, raising up toward third eye center. Wishing you peace in your thoughts. Bringing hands to your lips. Wishing you peace in your words. And lowering hands to heart center. Wishing you peace in your heart. As we bow forward together, we seal our practice. Namaste.